Good morning / afternoon, IE Sports Radio listeners and football fans. Good day. Second show of 3 and Out for the new year. And we're just having fun, man. This is it. This is the time where Christmas, we unwrap presents. We loved it. We enjoyed time with the family. And guess what? Now, after New Year's, it's kind of like we get a second Christmas because we get to unwrap the NFL / NCAA gifts. And boy, Santa Claus is generous this year because we got some goodies. More than anything in the college football playoff, we got some new blood in there. Really excited for that, obviously. Teran and I talked about that yesterday on yesterday's show. If you want more of that, check that out. We'll talk a little bit about that today. But of course, today we're really getting into the conclusion of bowl season. We had a couple games yesterday, 4 of them to be exact. Pretty good football, I'll tell you. Can we just get more Duke's Mayo Bowls? I mean, I love it, right? It's like you win, then you get mayonnaise, and I'm telling you, I love it. I mean, that's always seems to be a good game every year. So, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed bowl season this year. What a great group of teams. And really, thank you to the ones who stepped up, really, because the ones who backed out, shame on you all. But to the ones who played and stepped, and even if it was blowouts, it didn't matter. It made bowl season magical because, I don't know, maybe because some people still remember who the fans are, you know, unlike everybody else who's greedy. So, with that said, I will say I'm really excited for, the continuance of all these great bowls next year. But this year, we have ourselves some fun games to recap. Again, yesterday, maybe, I mean, for a while it was a close one, but they really obliterated Cincinnati. Wake Forest getting it done up in Mississippi State. Texas State, we thought was going to win this one in a blowout, and they did. And the Holiday Bowl was everything we thought it was. And we have 2 NFL games today, and they're going to be freaking golden. Get ready for a whole bunch of fun in Week 18 of the NFL, starting today, ending tomorrow, especially with a huge Sunday night game. You are now tuned in live to 3 and Out, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sport. Welcome, football fans around the world. We appreciate you all for tuning in and being a part of IE Sports Radio, man. You guys are incredible, and thanks again for making us a part of your Saturday. As you can see, we're here a little bit later today, but it's because why go earlier? You know, just saying, don't need to go earlier today, so it's kind of nice, and we get ourselves a little bit of rest, much needed, as we get ready for our 1 o'clock game today. 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock Pacific time, 4 o'clock Eastern. So plenty of that coming your way, of course. Like I said, 4 bowl games to recap. Let's get to it, man. We got a Stag Bowl to take a look at. We got an FCS playoff to look at. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. So let's do this, man. And, of course, to help me do all that good stuff, we got to bring in my boy, man. He, of course, is IE Sports Radio Hall of Famer. He is our SoCal insider. He's the host of Set Point, who has just finished up an amazing season with the women's volleyball season. And, well, he's right back at it with the men's volleyball season that just started. Looking forward to a great season with that. And, of course, to do that, introducing my dude, man, Mr. Teran Rodriguez. Good sir. How are you today, man?
I'm doing good, Larry. Back at it again. Ready to talk some football, recapping some college football, and talking some NFL. We're Week 18.
Well, this is it. This is Week 18, man. We are here. This is the end. This is it. This is, God, thank you, God. I have to go through one more week of Raiders, and then I'm free for 6 months. So, oh my gosh. Well, one more week of suffering, and then I'm free to not have to watch those idiots anymore. So it's going to be kind of nice. But, yeah, Teran. So we got some good football coming up, man. Looking forward to all the good stuff. Thank you to everybody tuning in already. We appreciate you guys. Thank you. So, with that said, we had some good bowl games yesterday. We will definitely start off there, take ourselves a break, and then jump into some NFL action, man. So, Darren, let's do this, man. We had some fun stuff yesterday. We talked about them. We knew there were going to be some great games, right? We already knew. We knew these games were going to be very exciting. We knew that if, a couple of these games were probably going to be lopsided, and we were hoping that, at least two of the four were going to be really good. And honestly, Darren, for the most part, they were pretty good. So let's get to it and talk about this first game out of the gates. Again, if you're just tuning in, man, welcome to 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We are talking, we're just putting the stamp on bowl season right now. And we appreciate you guys for tuning in. So let's do it. This was freakishly crazy. The first game we knew was going to be an absolute blowout, Teran, and it was. Again, thank you, Rice, for stepping up. Unfortunately, it was just basically a scrimmage for them, and it was extremely lopsided. Of course, good old Rice, man. Got to thank the Rice Owls, but Texas State, they've been up and coming. They've been a team who's really gained some traction. And yesterday, hey, you know what? They got to show a little dominance in that game. What you think about it?
Yeah, I thought Texas State, look, they're from the Sun Belt, and their record in overall and the record from the Sun Belt isn't indicative of who they truly were. That's because the Sun Belt West was pretty competitive. So their defense really held Rice in check, held him to under 200 yards of offense, forced 3 turnovers. And they were just steady with the ball. They didn't need to be flashy. They just needed to hold Rice off the scoreboard for the most part. And they just kicked it up in the second half. That was kind of big. I think it was a close first half, but in the end, Texas State just pulled away in the second half.
Yeah, they look dominant, man. Texas State rolls past Rice 41-10 behind. Bragg Jackson, he had 3 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. Was pretty sweet. And Lincoln Parr's 63-yard touchdown to the house, man. Bobcats pile up 436 total yards and cruise wire to wire in that game. No looking back. They dominated. They looked good. And when it comes down to it, this was a solid game for those guys. So congratulations to them. Darren, next up, man, we had the and that of course was what was that one? That was a Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. So this next game, man, the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, the midshipmen rolled past Cincinnati. Destroyed these guys. It was really close for a while. It was a really fun physical game. 35-13 though. Final score. Blake Horvath, this guy just really went nuclear. 3 touchdowns. Alec Texas powers the run game, and Coleman Cowley, I believe is how you say his name, seals it with a pick 6. This was just a great game overall. Was expecting the final score to be a little closer the way this game started. Regardless, though, Navy found their footing. They made it happen. Hats off to Cincinnati, though, man. They fought a team that was actually a lot better than them, and they honestly, if they could have kept that up, this would have been a lot closer, and they might have even won it. But the midshipmen just reached down and remembered who they were. But this is a pretty good game.
Yeah, absolutely. Navy is a physical team. They're a physical and solid team, if you ask me. I thought they controlled everything well for the most part. I thought that they were just steady and efficient. It wasn't anything of flash and whatnot, but they just utilized the clock to their advantage, and they were eventually able to get their way. I mean, Cincinnati, this is just like the previous game. It was close in the first half, and then Navy just started to take control, mainly in the fourth quarter. I mean, it was close up until that fourth, where Navy just started to just pile it on. So this is the reason why Navy had 10 wins, and they were so close to making their conference tournament championship in the American Conference. But sadly, that was just not the case. But Navy just had their way, and they just controlled the offense.
They did, and they played very well. You can't take that away from these guys. Again, they played a great season. They did everything they needed to do, and good season for Navy, right, Taryn? Honestly, you can give them an applause, man. Those guys had a really good year.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, yeah, especially they beat Army, and, again, they had 11 wins, and they could have been part of the the college football playoff if they were part of the group of 5,
Yeah.
because they lost 2 straight. That loss to North Texas really derailed all their hopes, and then losing the tiebreaker to Tulane and North Texas just did not help their matters. Oh yeah, and their other loss was to Notre Dame, which, I mean, it's Notre Dame. There's nothing to cry about when it comes to that, but still.
Yeah.
Navy just had themselves quite the amazing season. Again, what sucks. That's what sucks about tiebreakers is that sometimes they don't go your way. So it is what
Eh.
it is. But they can hang their hat on hang their hat on an amazing season or
And they did
sailor
well.
cap.
They did well. Honestly, they had a really. I like that. Their sailor cap. I'll take that, Darren. Alrighty, and then of course, next game up. So that of course was the. Okay, sorry, going backwards. That of course was the Liberty Bowl. Now this one, I was hoping it would be a little bit closer. It was a good one. I enjoyed it. I really loved how these two like freaking destroyed each other. The ending was it would be cool if it was a little more, climactic, but it was okay. It was a good game. So the Demon Deacons outgunned Mississippi State 43 to 29 as Robbie Ashford accounts for 4 touchdowns, including the couple clutch a late score. And really, this was just a game about explosive plays. It was really good. They hung tight for a while together, but the Mayo Bowl didn't disappoint. I guess, I wish it was a little bit closer at the end, but regardless, especially, I'm a little surprised, man. Mississippi State, this is why I keep on saying, man, the SEC is tough, yeah, but there's only like a couple of teams that are actually really legit. Mississippi State, I'm sorry, they're not really one of them. And that just goes to show you a lot right there. But when it comes down to it, man, big ups to Wake Forest for fighting as hard as they did and getting that victory.
Yeah, I think we're also sliding the ACC. I think ACC is taking its revenge out on these bowl games and proving everybody wrong. So that's a good win for Wake Forest. I mean, Mississippi State, the fact that they put up 29 points is pretty good.
Oh,
And
yeah.
again, close to the first half, Wake Forest just did enough to basically outmuscle Mississippi State. And this was kind of an offensive showcase, if you ask me. I mean, Mississippi State, you can't play any better than that. They had 408 yards of offense. They didn't turn the ball over once. It's just that, unfortunately, and time of possession wasn't too great. Well, not too much of a difference, but I just think Wake Forest just had their way a few times. And Mississippi State did draw within 3, but I think the touchdown pretty much sealed it with about 6-ish minutes to go. And even when Mississippi State tried to get some momentum back, Wake Forest just got another touchdown for insurance. It was only a 3-play drive, which bled a lot of clock.
Yeah, this was a crazy game. I enjoyed it. For the most part, it was a really, really fun one. And gotta say, I loved it. I got to watch all these games yesterday. It was a lot of fun. But overall, yeah, man, Wake Forest, I think these guys need a little more respect on their name because they got this done, defeated the SEC team. Congratulations to those dudes, man. And then, of course, ending it off. I mean, they were on the same exact time, but I just put this one last. Yesterday, man, this was another fun one. The Holiday Bowl. You and I were hoping, Darren, we were hoping that this one would be the best game of the day. We thought it would be, and it really was. The Mustangs jump out to an early lead, man. They hold off a furious rally from Arizona. They won this thing 24-19. TJ Harden powers the run game. Noah Fafita throws 3 touchdowns in a comeback bid, but it fell short, man. Rough go for those guys, but pony up, man. Pony up. SMU got this thing done. Arizona just fell a little bit short.
Yeah, this was the tale of 2 halves. SMU just dominated the first half. I was looking at this. I'm like, is Noah Fafita playing? And he was. I was surprised. I thought that Arizona was resting most of its starters, but then I saw that SMU was just dominating the first half. And then the second half was pretty much all Arizona for the most part. Unfortunately, they just fell a few plays short and time just pretty much ran out. And that's just how it is. And Arizona's a good team. I just think that if they had started the first half a little bit better, they might have been able to beat SMU.
Oh,
but
yeah.
SMU, look, I think everyone forgets this. SMU almost almost could have made the ACC championship. Had they beaten Cal on the last day of the regular season, they would have been in. But unfortunately, they lost to Cal, and they didn't win the tiebreaker. As we all know, Duke won the
Mm-hmm.
tiebreaker of all of the ACC teams that tied for 6-2. So SMU definitely has talent, and I think we are all underestimating the ACC as a whole. I think the ACC does have talent. It's just that they're now starting to come to play. Yeah.
Yes. And I'm really loving the fact that, you know, Arizona stayed local or stayed in a conference that makes sense. SMU, I'm annoyed that they're in the ACC. But again, hopefully things change soon and we can get some more geographical crap happening. But at the end of the day, good job to SMU. I'm really happy about these guys. And really just a solid performance by both teams, man. The Holiday Bowl is always a really good game. And this is, well, for the most part. And this is just another reason, another game this year that proves why this is always a pretty good bowl game. So great stuff, man. I'm really excited for it. I think this is going to be this was a great bowl season overall. Teran, what do you think, man? Bowl mania is officially over. The bowls are quote unquote not over, but the next ones are just playoff games. Therefore, they're still bowls with the playoff games. So the actual bowl games are over. What do you think? What do you think this year about these games?
I thought the bowl games were pretty good. I mean, some were amazing. I mean, some of them were close. We had some good historic moments in terms of these bowl games. Some were kind of expected, but honestly, there might need to be a better system for these bowl games. I mean,
Yeah.
teams will decline, but there has to be like a bigger penalty for instead of just like accepting a fine or something of that sort. Like make it have like meaning. I mean, I feel if your team wins, you should get like a little bit of a bonus or something, not just
Yeah.
like a Pop Tarts or a Cheez It bath or anything of that sort. Like your program should have like something donated to them, and teams that partake in bowl games should get like some sort of like cash prize toward the program, not toward the athletes, the program.
And I think you're totally right, man. I love these bowl games. I really do. But yeah, man, I just want to stop the crap. I'm frustrated right now with I'm very frustrated with the teams who opt out and all that nonsense. To me, this is wrong. So I'm hoping something happens. The transfer portal thing is insane right now. I mean, I saw the other day or yesterday, I posted it in our group. 4,000 players are in the transfer portal right now. This is ridiculous, man. I get it, coaches leave and whatever, but dude, I don't know, man. This has got to stop. It's ruining the game, honestly. Like I said, I'm all for players getting paid with the NIL. But when it comes down to it, dude, it's getting ridiculous. Now we got these sponsorship things going on, and it's this is crazy. This has gone way too far. And screw it, man. I mean, hey, if you want to ruin the game, ruin the game. Again, this is why we love the lower levels anyway. But I don't know, Taryn. Before we head on to anything else, what are your thoughts on all that craziness?
Yeah, I mean, and I think there should be a penalty if teams want to like find a way to partake in the bowls and then they find a way to just mess around and do something stupid like run a go for it on fourth down, 4th and 10 on your own 20 and just run it, or if both teams just take knees, then there should be like a fine within the school. Like the school should be fined, and then that should be a penalty, and then
Mm-hmm.
and something of that sort. And so, I mean, there's got to be a better way to like fix some of these bowl games. So I'm sure the NCAA will figure it out create uh, how to create a better system for these bowl games. For me, I'd like the Pop Tarts Bowl to be call it a playoff game.
Dude, I love the Pop Tarts Bowl. It is amazing. Like I truly love it, man. It's been a lot of fun watching these games, and Pop Tarts Bowl is like the one that stands out the most. So I'm totally with you, man. So looking forward to some good stuff with moving forward. But as of right now, I don't really like where we are. I really don't. The transfer portal is ridiculous. And Glenn Ritter pops in here. Transfer portal is killing college sports, of course. NIL should be multi-year contract. No, I totally agree, man. Why can't we just screw it? Transfer once. Transfer once. If you're gonna transfer at all, transfer. But
or limit transfers, like if you transfer a second time or a third time, then you have to sit out a few games, like sit out half the season and then get cleared
yes,
by then.
yes, and I'm
Unless you have
totally
a
with
valid
you.
reason, like so like something of the sort, like a change of a coach or a
Yes,
valid reason, like a totally valid reason. And
yeah,
no,
dude,
not getting playing time is not a valid reason.
it's ridiculous. Whatever happened to just being a man, staying and balling out, and being tough and earning a spot. I swear, man, God, I hate to say it about this. I really do, and I'm gonna sound like that old man, but more than anything, dude, I swear, like I feel like everything's just kind of going to hell. You know what I mean? Everything's so gosh damn entitled, and it bothers the hell out of me. And that's where we're going now, man. That's exactly where we're going. And things like this are allowing people to be more entitled, and it's disgusting. So, what's going on, Alden? Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for dropping by, man. Yeah, dude, I'm really annoyed with this, and I mean, people can say what they want. I can give a damn what you think about me. This is wrong. It's wrong, and this is ridiculous. It's ruining again. College football is already kind of ruined anyway. You know what I mean? You put money in anything, and you're gonna ruin something. But this really sucks because this really kind of did it in. So I don't know. I mean, you can save it. Of course, you can save college football, but now we got to get a commissioner. You know what I mean? Now we got to, like whatever it is, you know what I mean? We got to set some rules. I mean, I don't know, but it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. And I'm ticked off with where college football has come.
Yeah, and it's getting to the point where players are NIL starting to force players to reclassify not once but twice, because USC has one of the better commits coming in Booby Feaster. Yes, that's his name. I think his first name is I forget his first name, but everyone calls him Booby Feaster. And instead of reclassifying next year to the class of 2027, he's going to reclassify to the class of 2026. And I think he's only like 17. And the reason being is because he wants to avoid the NIL penalty in Texas. He's a really good player from Texas. I think he's from DeSoto, and he wants the NIL. He wants to avoid the penalty because Texas doesn't supply NIL money or something of that sort. I saw this on an Instagram post, and I was like, this USC really landed a good one with Booby Feaster. He's really good, and he plays on DeSoto, so he's as good as advertised. So I think USC is they just got to take care of this kid, because I've seen his film and he's pretty darn good.
Oh, that's awesome, man. It's just crazy again where we've come. You know what I mean? It really is, and I'm a little frustrated. I wish things were better. I really do. But well, hey, all all good things for Booby and players coming out. But if anything, to me, this is destroying everything for incoming high school students, because now you're competing, right? You're competing with the transfer portal. You're competing with freaking dudes who are 2-3 years older than you. You know what I mean? Like, is this going to ruin college recruiting for high schoolers?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you think so?
I think so, yeah. And that's what happens when it comes to NIL, and that's what the power of the mighty dollar is going to rule upon all, and it's gonna do its part to take over everything. And like you said one time, I think you and I both said this, call it NCAA football is starting to become NFL junior.
It is, dude. It really is, and it's sad, but it is. I just, oh man, I'm sickened. I feel that things are going in a horrible place. And it sucks. It really does. So anyway, well, we'll see what happens, and we will keep everybody posted, I guess. So anyway, Taryn, that will do it for some FBS talk, man. I just had to get that out there. Sorry to everybody. I didn't want to bring the show down a little bit, but thank you guys in the chat room and everything too. I mean, hey, that's just how we'll see how things go. But all right, Taryn. Well, Before we take our break and get into the NFL, because tomorrow we will not be having a show, but Monday we will, to get ready to recap week 18 and to get ready for the FCS championship. But Teran, there's a game going on tomorrow that I completely disagree with, by the way. This should be on its own day, right, Teran, like we talked about in the past. But this game will be on tomorrow during Sunday Night Football. I don't know why, but it is what it is. They're going to do it there. They did it last year there, and I honestly think that was a horrible mistake because it just took away from these guys who work really hard. Thank you, Division III, for being idiots. And put this game, these guys are true players. A lot, the majority, maybe one or two D3 guys will even get to the freaking a training camp, okay, somewhere. So, yeah, I am irritated with that. But I will say, I absolutely love the fact that this is even televised and it's going to be, on ESPNU and all that. But just please change the day. Please change the day and give these guys their proper, their proper deal here. And I would really hope that this has changed in the future. But unbeaten North Central meets first-time finalist Wisconsin River Falls on the biggest stage in Division III football. Dynasty tested, program defined. This is what championships are built on. The Stag Bowl is set, Darren. The Stag Bowl is here, and this isn't a fluke, man. These guys are the real deal. Okay, Wisconsin River Falls, they arrive in Canton behind one of the most explosive offenses in D3 history. Quarterback Caleb Blaha, 5,700 total yards, 50-plus touchdowns. The Falcons are the real deal, man. The Falcons come here ready to play. They are a strong football team. They know that this is going to be the toughest test because on the other side of this game, they are taking on a team who's gone to 6 straight Stag Bowls. They've won 4, I think, but they've gone to 6 straight, man. They're undefeated this year again. They're relentless. North Central doesn't chase moments. They own moments. And the standard of Division III football has really become them. They've even overtaken Mount Union. I mean, these guys are ridiculous. So this is going to be a really, really, really solid football game, man. Again, coming up tomorrow. I believe, let me take a look at my calendar really quick, just making sure of the time. But it will be tomorrow at, yes, here it is. So 5 o'clock.
5 p.m.
Yep, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Kind of sucked because, again, I wish it wasn't during Sunday Night Football. We have a hell of a game on Sunday Night Football tomorrow, and I think it's kind of wrong. But, give these kids a spotlight of their own. But whatever. This is going to be huge, man. So one program chasing its first. One program protecting a dynasty. Wisconsin River Falls versus North Central isn't just a champion. It isn't just a championship. It's a clash of belief versus legacy. So, I mean, you look at this game, and I have a few more little notes here, Teran, for you. This is crazy. If you look by the numbers, Wisconsin River Falls has 560-plus yards per game. That's the nation's top offense. They've actually outdone North Central, which is crazy. North Central, though, they have usually around 50 points per game. And they're elite scoring defense. This defense actually scores points. This is the highest scoring defense in Division III, if I'm not mistaken, which is crazy. The defense scores. So when you're playing a team whose defense is scoring points, that's kind of scary. So this is going to be a really fun game. I mean, again, dude, we watched what they did. We saw what they did in the semis. And taking a look here, this is nuts, man. I mean, taking a look at this, let's go back to the let's see here, where are we at? Let's go back to the bracket here. Dude, this has been crazy. Look at their path here. Okay. Wisconsin River Falls starts things off in the top right bracket. They got a first round bye. Chapman defeated Whitworth 18-6, 18-16. And then Chapman, again, which is right here, they're from the SIAC, right here in Southern California in Orange. They will run into this crazy team, Wisconsin River Falls, and River Falls will win 58-7. Then River Falls would go on to knock off St. John's, Minnesota, 42-14. Then they would go on to destroy Wheaton, 46-21. Okay. And Wheaton knocked off DePauw, who was a solid team this year. Wheaton also knocked off Wartburg, who was a really good team who got a first round bye. And obviously, Wheaton knocked off Crown from Minnesota in the first round, 76-14. So again, Wisconsin River Falls is beating some quality opponents, right? Then they get all the way to the semis. And a couple weeks ago, man, you and I were watching, and this was crazy. They had a dogfight on a frigid day in Wisconsin and knocked off Johns Hopkins, man. Crazy game, 48-14. These guys got it done. What a battle. What a game. And they find themselves here. Now, North Central, these guys started off in the bottom left bracket, and they just cruised their way, man. These guys have just been destroying everybody. Hanover defeated Grove City 23-15 and move on to take on North Central. North Central says, no problem, 38-6. We'll take these guys, and they did. Now, Wisconsin Lacrosse is who they played the next round. Wisconsin Lacrosse just came from a dogfight themselves, barely defeating Hope 9-7 the game before. They were also a first-round bye. Well, both those teams were. Lacrosse would give North Central everything they could handle. 35-27, though, North Central gets a scare, and they come out on top. Next, they play Bethel. Bethel would also be a first-round bye. They defeated Co 51-26. They defeated Wisconsin Platteville, 35-24. Then they would take on North Central. And North Central did have a little bit of a problem with them. Okay, they scored. They had a close game, but it was a 14-point game, 35-21. North Central wins this thing. And then North Central takes on John Carroll. And it was a good game, but John Carroll just couldn't hang, man. 41-21 final score. And here is this game that we're going to have tomorrow. So, Teran, introduction's done. There you have it. What do you think, man? Give me something and give me a pick 'em. What you got?
Well, North Central has just really, like you said, they're a dynasty. This is their sixth straight appearance in the Stag Bowl, and it's really incredible because it's never easy to keep a streak like that. It's so tough to win the championship, let alone make the final, because you have roster turnover, you have other teams doing good things, you have the transfer portal, you have other coaching changes, you have giant recruiting classes from other schools, so on and so forth. But North Central deserves a lot of credit. Now, for Wisconsin River Falls, I think them being in a conference filled with a lot of ringers, such as Wisconsin Whitewater and Wisconsin Lacrosse, definitely helps their cause of being battle tested. And I think that's the reason why they were able to get past teams like Johns Hopkins as well as Wheaton, to say the least. So this one's definitely going to be a barn burner, but I actually have North Central winning a close one. And I think beating Wisconsin Lacrosse definitely helped out just because now they have familiarity of what a team like this can do. I think they have that physicality of familiarity of facing a team from that conference. So I think North Central pulls off a close one, but it's going to be a fun game.
It is definitely going to be a fun game, man. And I mean, look at the Stag Bowl is stacked with stars. Again, Caleb Blaha, he is the Gallardi finalist. He didn't win it this year, but he's one of the finalists. It's basically the highest win of Division III. Thomas Skonka, this guy, 23 catches, man, 23 total touchdown catches this year. John Sullivan, AP D3 Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, these are just elite players, man, and these guys are going to go head to head. It's going to be really fun. And my gosh, dude, I went back and forth with this one here, and North Central is a dynasty. We know that they are. These guys have been freaking nuts. I when I look at this game, I think of one thing. And Teran, tell me, watch this. We got to go through this really fast because I just got to show everybody. I had to get this together here in my notes, and I was scrambling for it right now, but I finally found it. But dude, look at this. Look at this. This is since the last. Let's see here. There it is. Okay. So since 2020 or 19, really. Okay. So you have D3 finalists. So North Central defeats Wisconsin Whitewater 41-14. Then the COVID year, we didn't have one. Didn't have a Stag Bowl. 2021, Mary Hardin Baylor defeats North Central 57-24. In 2022, North Central defeats Mount Union 28-21. In 2023, North Central or Cortland, SUNY Cortland defeats North Central 38-37 in a very close game there. In 2024, well, /25, because they played the game for the first time in January last year. They defeated Mount Union 41-25. Teran, it's crazy to think. Had there been a COVID year or not been the COVID year, I mean, is there reason to believe they would have gone to 7 straight now?
Probably.
I mean, crazy, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think this is huge, but I will say this. They've lost a few in there. Doesn't mean they're going to lose this game, but it shows that they're human. They didn't win 6 straight. They've been to 6. The last time they lost one would be 2 years ago. And then the last time they lost one before that would be 2 years before that. Teran, you know I'm not about trends, buddy, but you know I love these Wisconsin teams. You knew I was going to do it. I'm going with River Falls, dude. I can't help it. North Central's very good. They're a freaking dominating team, man. But the most dangerous offense in Division III. I mean, I need to think I would pick the defensive team here, but Wisconsin River Falls isn't just a good offense. They're historical, man. I mean, they're averaging 560 plus yards per game. They lead the nation. They have I mean, they're incredible, man. Caleb Blaha is the ultimate equalizer. This guy isn't just a quarterback; he's a game breaker. 4,600 passing yards, 40 touchdown passes, 1,000 plus rushing yards, 16 rushing touchdowns. I mean, if you spy him, he's still gonna get yards. I mean, the guy is insane. So, proof that they can win on the biggest stage is this: River Falls already passed every can they really do this test. They beat St. John's. They beat Wheaton. They beat Johns Hopkins. They're in a track meet right now, right? This is the most track meet semifinal I think we've seen, them versus Johns Hopkins. And on the road, they've proven they can win in the cold, in high pressure shootouts. I mean, they've proven they can do it all. So they can do it one more time. And this is going to be a fun one, man. I hate to go against North Central because I really like them. And again, they're the more defensive team. But it's just there's something about belief in this team, dude. There's something here. There's some kind of belief in this team where these guys just – it's like Indiana, man. They love each other. They're here. They play together. And when you have a team that plays together, they're extremely hard to beat. Now, again, doesn't mean North Central is none of those things. But I don't know, man. I feel like they're going to go in with the biggest chip on their freaking shoulder, man. And they're going to go in and win this thing. So, okay. I do believe this is going to be very close. It might come down to the final moments. And honestly, even if it does come down to the final moments, North Central still might win this thing. I mean, am I right, Teran? They're that good. This is a dynasty. But I want to give the exit to because I'm going heart over mind this time. I honestly know. I think North Central will win this thing. Sorry, North Central will win this thing. But I got to go with my heart feeling, man, with this one. I really like River Falls. I think they're a great football team. I got these guys winning it, man. So there you go. Let's see what happens. Tune in tomorrow, you guys. It's going to be a freaking good game, man. 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, ESPNU. Tune in, man. This is going to be fun. So in closing, River Falls, this is the exact type of team that you can break a dynasty for one night, or that can break a dynasty for one night. And I don't know. I feel this is going to be it. So this is going to be fun. I'm really excited for it. Let's go. And there it is. So remember, Stag Bowl coming up is going to be fun. Monday, we'll be back on air, so we will give a preview for the FCS National Championship coming on up. We got another team who's an underdog, the Underbirds, if you will, Illinois State. The Redbirds taking on the Bobcats of Montana State. But we're going to take ourselves a quick break. When we get back, man, we're going to jump right into the NFL. We got 2 games today. We got one coming up in about 3 hours-ish, 2.5 hours. Actually, 2 hours and 20 minutes, to be exact. A game tonight that should be a lot of fun. Playoff scenarios. Teran was a mad scientist, I'm sure, a little bit ago, getting together all these playoff scenarios. And I love watching him work with that. So we got all that going. He is ready. Look at him. He's ready to roll. We got plenty coming your way, guys. So keep it tuned in to 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed for all that sports. Be right back talking NFL after this.
Hi, eSports Radio fans. This show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the iSports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports. Welcome back to 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. What's going on, everybody? If you're just tuning in, thank you so very much for being here. We appreciate you all. You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you. You missed some really good college football talk and, of course, some Stag Bowl, a little bit of introduction, or a preview for tomorrow's Stag Bowl, so it should be a lot of fun. Make sure you give us a follow, X, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Got to change that up down there a little bit. Website, be ready. I know I keep on saying that, but I just want to make sure I can make it extra nice. But that's coming. And of course, big shout out to our awesome sponsor, Planet Jerky, Premium Biscuit Beef Jerky. The jerky that's on a whole other planet. And of course, Vital Apparel, brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health. So make sure you check them out. Head over to vtapparel.com. IE Sports Radio, IESR, use that code to get 15% off their comfortable and affordable, inspiring gym wear and help support the fight for mental health. Or mental wellness. So we appreciate you guys, man. Thank you all. Thank you to our awesome sponsors. And I appreciate you all for tuning in and being a part of this, man. So, Teran, let's do it, man. We got a little bit of NFL news coming your way. Let's do it, man. Here it comes. This is it. Week 18 is here. I still hate that we have this extra week, but whatever. Is what it is. I kind of wish we'd still have 17 weeks, but whatever. So here it goes, Teran. Let's get on into it. So, yeah, taking a look here in the AFC. Currently, the Broncos have the number 1 overall seed. The Patriots have number 2. Jaguars have 3. Texans have 5. Chargers have 6. And the Bills have 7. So as of right now, it will be the first round bye for the Broncos. We would have the Bills at New England. We'd have Chargers at Jacksonville. Sorry, the Chargers at okay, wait, one more time. Sorry about that. It would be the Bills at New England, Chargers at Jacksonville. So then what the heck? Where's our stuff? Oh, sorry, in the hunt. So at the moment, then it would be the 4th overall seed, which is the Steelers, which we have the Texans at the Steelers. But at the moment, they're still on the hunt. We still have no idea because at the moment we only have Steelers on the bubble and the Ravens on the bubble. So it's kind of crazy. So that's why that game is so important. We're going to figure that one out in just a little bit. But those are the ones. And after that, everyone's been eliminated. Everybody else, Colts, Dolphins, Bengals, Chiefs, which is crazy to even say, the Browns, the Titans, the Jets, and of course the Raiders. Right now they have the number 1 overall pick, and they'll find some way to screw that up too. So good old Raiders, that's my team. What can I say? And then in the NFC right now, we have the Seahawks, the number 1 overall seed. Number 2, Bears. Number 3, Eagles. Currently number 4 in the hunt at the moment, the Panthers, but that has not been decided yet. And then, of course, we have number 5, the 49ers, number 6, the Rams, and number 7, the Packers. So on the bubble right now, we have the Buccaneers. Is going to come down to that game. Other than that, eliminated, we have everybody else: Vikings, Lions, Cowboys, Packers, Saints, Commanders, Cardinals, and Giants. So that's it, Teran. We only got a few more games. We're going to, shuffling for seeding and who's actually going to make it. Other than that, everybody else is in, everybody else is out, and fan bases of these teams, Steelers, Ravens, Panthers, and Buccaneers, are going to be biting fingernails this weekend, and we're going to see who gets in, man. So plenty of great stuff there. Let's do it, and let's get on to our pick'em, of course, and all the games for this week. So all right, Teran. Well, here it comes, man. Today, coming up at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time, 4:30 p.m. Eastern, we have the Panthers at 8-8 taking on the Buccaneers at 7-9. And again, this is it. This is going to see who wins the division and who is going to win this thing and who's going to get into the playoffs. If they do win this, at least at the moment, I don't know if there's any shuffle here. This is where Teran's expertise of this stuff comes in. But at the moment, they would be the 4th seed. And the Panthers would host the 49ers, it looks like. But if the Buccaneers lose, I think they still be the fourth seed, right? Of course, they would, because they're still a champion. So basically, this is the game to see who the Niners are going to go play.
Yeah, this is the game that decides the NFC South for the most part. Now, here's the thing. If Carolina wins, they're in. There's no explanation. They would be in regardless. But if Tampa Bay wins, then they need the Falcons to lose to the Saints the following day. And if that doesn't happen, if the Falcons and Bucks win, then the Panthers have the tiebreaker over both those teams, and the Panthers would get into the playoffs over the Bucks and Falcons. Falcons have been eliminated, but Falcons can also play spoiler.
This is crazy. This is crazy. So with that said, Teran, who are you picking and why?
I'm taking the Bucks. I mean, look, they are in free fall mode. They have to get it together here, and I think they can. I mean, the first time around, hopefully for the sake of Baker Mayfield, hopefully his non-throwing shoulder isn't affecting him. But this is where Tampa really has to clutch up. They're at home. I can't imagine the Bucks not winning this big-time game at home. I mean, the Bucks, I know their secondary and their O-line has been injured, but Panthers are the kings of inconsistency. So give me the Bucks to win.
I think, as much as I like them, Teran, I'm going to go with the Cats, man. I'm going to take the Panthers. The Baker Mayfield has been inconsistent. This has not been a good year for them. They have been falling apart. So you're right. This might be the free fall, last gas effort. But screw, I think the Panthers will put a stamp on it today, man. The Buccaneers have been everything but what I thought they would be this year. And I'm sorry. I already have Teran, I already have one football team that disappoints me every single year consistently. And USC is becoming really close to being that team too. But Teran, did I mention that I already have one Pirate football team that disappoints me every year? So I don't need another Pirate football team that disappoints me. So we'll see, man. I don't know. We're gonna see how it goes, but I'm gonna go with the Cats in this one, man. I'm gonna take the Panthers. This should be a really fun game. I love it. This is the one, and let's see how it goes, man. So next up, a true NFC West heavyweight bout. Seattle already clinched, but seeding is very much in play. San Francisco can still make noise for positioning with a statement win at home. What do you think?
So this one's pretty explanatory. Whoever wins wins the NFC West and is the number 1 overall seed in the NFC. first meeting between these two teams, it was a nail biter as the Niners were able to win in Seattle. This time around, I think Seattle pulls it off. And I say that because Seattle is a good road team. I know they have the one road loss to the Rams, but that was only by 2 points. And that could have easily been avoided had Sam Darnold not thrown for 4 picks. So I will take the Seahawks in a close one. I think they get the job done and win on the road against the Niners.
I like it. I like it a lot. I think that's a good game right there. So solid stuff. Overall, it feels like, yeah, I'm with the Seahawks right now. I think this team is going to be in the playoffs. I want to see how they do. I'm not too sold right now, like 100% sold that they would make a Super Bowl run. But I know damn well they belong in the playoffs. They're a playoff caliber team, and I think they're going to win this game for sure tonight. So I'm going with them. Should be a fun game, man. I'm looking forward to it. So, all right, next up, going on to so those are Saturday's games. Now we're going on to Sunday's games. All right, so we got the Dirty Birds and we got the Saints. In this one, 2 eliminated rivals. One last shot at bragging rights. Atlanta looks to end the season on a high note at home, while New Orleans tries to play disruptor in Week 18. Again, these are just going to be fun picks as we just kind of run through these. Teran, who you got?
So the Saints have been on a roll as of late. I think they've won 4 in a row. 4 in a row. 4 in a row. This one will be interesting. I mean, the Falcons have also been on a little bit of a win streak too ever since they got knocked out of the playoff contention. But the Falcons are on a short week. But that being said, I'm going to take the Falcons to win. I think with Bijan Robinson, I think they're going to find a way to win this one. And if this is the last game for like some of these cats, like Kirk Cousins and whatnot, let's send them off on a high note. And yeah, the Falcons have won 3 in a row. Obviously, Bijan Robinson has been a big time factor. But I will take the Falcons in a low-scoring, close one.
I like that. I think that is big right there. I will also, I think I'll take the Falcons in this game. The Saints are just, I don't know, there's something weird about this team. I don't really trust them fully. Season finale with nothing on the line but pride. Cincinnati wants momentum into the offseason. Cleveland wants answers heading into 2026. That's one thing I had to say. AFC North grudges still apply. Who you got?
Yeah, there's nothing on the line when it comes to this, unlike the previous game, which I already explained the NFC South scenario. I'll take the Bengals, but I'll also say Myles Garrett does break the sack record. He just needs 1 sack, and then he'll break the sack record.
We are on watch right now, and I think he'll do it too, man. What an amazing career for such one of the most dangerous pass rushers we've seen in a very long time. So congratulations to him on being so close. Now finish the deal so we can really congratulate you on the record. So I agree, man. I'm almost positive he'll do it. What quarter do you think he'll do it in?
Second quarter.
Second quarter sounds good. I agree. I was going to say that right now, so I'm glad we agree on that. So, all right, Teran. Green Bay is already locked in. Minnesota's eliminated, but this rivalry never sleeps. The Packers tune up for postseason, while the Vikings just look to play spoiler. I mean, again, there's nothing really can really do, but they just want to beat them one more time. I mean, they hate each other. So, what do you got?
I'm going to take the Vikings. So the Packers will be starting Clayton Tune at quarterback since Malik Willis and Jordan Love are still out for the Packers. And I imagine the Packers are going to be resting a bunch of their starters since they're locked in as the 7th seed. They can't go up and they're not going to be going out. So I think the Vikings will end this one on a high note, even though it's been a disaster of a year. So give me the Vikings, even though they're going to be starting Max Brosma.
Who? Damn. Well, all right. Good job, guys. Just kidding. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing this one. This looks like a fun game. You like that one, Teran? Is that you want to go Kirk Cousins? You like that? He's like, no, this is a good game. So
I like.
All right.
You like that?
All right. Well, next game on the docket. Again, some of these are just sleepy games, but we're trying to make them sound fun. Both teams eliminated, but division games hit different, as we know. Dallas looks to close out a frustrating season cleanly, while New York, the good old Giants, look to avoid finishing last in the NFC East, which I think they will regardless. But no matter what do you think?
I'll take the Cowboys. I'll especially take them if Dak Prescott is starting, but I can't imagine why the Cowboys aren't going to be playing their starters. I mean, Dak Prescott never loses to the New York Giants, so give me the Cowboys.
That's right. Well, hey, I think Cowboys will win this thing too. They're just the better team, and there's really not much more to say. So, all right, Teran. Next one up. Jacksonville has clinched. Tennessee hasn't. The Jaguars can improve playoff positioning. Well, the Titans try to ruin a division rival's moment before big-time January football. Again, just trying to make this one sound fun. Who you got?
So the Jacksonville Jaguars haven't clinched the AFC South. They can with a win, but if they somehow lose to the Titans, then that would open the door for the Texans. But let's be honest, Jacksonville isn't losing to the Titans. They're winning this one. Give me Jacksonville.
I agree. Yes, there's no way. If they lose this game, eliminate them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. So yeah, this should be all Jacksonville in this game. So all right. Next up. Oh, looks like we got some here. Let's see here. Whoops. Thought I had it. There we go. Okay. Next up, Houston is in. Indianapolis is out, but still, this one still matters, man. So the Texans can lock down seeding while the Colts try to prove that they're closer than the standings have suggested. Speaking of the AFC South, here it is. Who you got?
So if, like I said, the Texans win and the Jaguars lose, then the Texans would jump up and win the division. But here's the thing. I think the Texans are still playing for seeding. And right now, if everything is correct, they're tied with the Chargers and Bills for the 5th seed. If the Texans have the tiebreaker over the Chargers and the Bills. So if the Texans win and the Jaguars win, then the Texans will be the 5 seed. And I do have the Texans beating the Colts, because the Colts are also starting Riley Leonard at quarterback.
Oh crap! Well,
which means, unfortunately, the starting streak for Phillip Rivers is unfortunately gone.
Yeah, this one. Well, I agree with you on this pick, Teran, 100%. Yeah, this is just one of those washes, right? But we'll see. I don't know. So okay, so you're taking Texans then?
Yeah, Texans. Their defense has been on a heater, and they've been playing some great football as of late.
I agree. I think we're gonna have a Texans victory here as well. So, all right. So next up, Buffalo is playoff bound and still jockeying for position. New York is eliminated, but nothing would sting more than handing the Bills another bad momentum, really, going into January and another loss. What do you got?
So for the Bills, it's pretty self-explanatory. They can't win the AFC East. If they win and then the Chargers and Texans lose, then they jump to the 5 seed. But if they lose, then they're locked in as the 7th seed. I'm still going to take the Bills regardless. And here's why. Obviously, they're playing for positioning. And the Jets, up to this point, they still have not registered an interception on the year.
Oh my gosh.
So that's why I'm taking the Bills.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one. I got Bills all day. There's no way. No way. So, all right. So Texans over Colts, Bills over Jets. This next one, man, Chicago already owns the NFC North, but Detroit wants to remind everyone the rivalry isn't going anywhere. The physical finale at Soldier Field to end the regular season for one team, and the other team, I don't know if anybody but Bears fans would have seen this one a million miles away this year, but they're there. Who are you taking?
So if the Bears win, then they clinch the number 2 seed. If they lose and the Eagles win, then the Eagles would clinch the number 2 seed. The Bears have clinched the NFC North. The Lions are out, but don't be surprised if Detroit does play spoiler. They did beat Chicago the first time around. This time, I think the Bears will win. I think the Bears will get the job done, and Ben Johnson will get the win over his former team. Because remember, he was a former offensive coordinator for the Lions.
That's right. Well, let's go. Yeah, I'm with you on this one as well. Let's go. Let's see. Screw it, Bears. I'm gonna go Bears. So, all right. Next up, we have here AFC West showdown with seeding implications. Denver has already locked the division up, but Los Angeles can still sharpen its edge before the playoffs here. This should be fun. Darren, this is your team. Who you got?
Well, obviously I have the Chargers, but here's the scenario. So if the Broncos win, they clinch the number 1 seed. If the Chargers win and then the Texans lose, then the Chargers would clinch the 5 seed. There's one problem with that. Oh, and also if the Chargers lose and then the Bills win and the Texans win, then the Chargers fall all the way down to 7. Here's the problem with the Chargers. They're resting a majority of their stars. They're starting Trey Lance over Justin Herbert just to give him some rest and just to have him lick his wounds. So for those that were hoping that this would be a great matchup, unfortunately, it's not going to be. I mean, I still have to pick the Chargers, but I imagine Denver's going to win this one. But I'm picking the Chargers just because they're my team.
I'm going to go, dude, I'm going to go Chargers too. Screw it. Seeing the Broncos lose before this would be hilarious. I'm sorry.
That would be pretty funny.
Seeing them crumble at the last moment would be freaking funny. So I would love that. So
and then
good job.
If for some weird reason the Broncos lose to the Chargers and the Patriots were to win, then the Patriots would be the 1 seed. Now, if the Patriots lose and the Broncos lose and Jacksonville wins, then the Jaguars would be the number 1 seed.
It's freaking crazy. You gotta love all these crazy scenarios, man. Like these are crazy. Well, speaking of the Patriots, New England is already locked in. Miami has been out for quite some time now. The Patriots look to protect seeding and stay sharp, while the Dolphins try to spoil the AFC East party in Foxborough. There's no way I'm not picking the Patriots.
Yeah, I pretty much just already made the scenario. If the Patriots win and the Broncos somehow lose, then the Patriots are the 1 seed. Well, the Patriots already beat the Dolphins earlier in the season in Miami. There's no way I might picking New England against the Dolphins. The Dolphins are still starting Quinn Ewers. I got the Patriots winning this one, even with all the turmoil surrounding them this past week. I got them Patriots.
Yeah, I'm totally with you, man. Philadelphia has already clinched the NFC East, but Week 18 isn't a vacation. Washington would love nothing more, kind of like the Chargers, than to dent a rival's confidence heading into the postseason. Except for this time, the Chargers are going to the playoffs too. But Commanders, they have nothing else to do with play spoiler. I'm sorry, I still can't pick them, even though that sounds kind of cool. What you got?
So, like I mentioned, if the Eagles win, then the Bears lose, then the Eagles are the 2 seed and the Bears are the 3 seed. I can't imagine the Eagles not winning this one. I think or losing this one. I can't imagine the Eagles losing just because, let's be honest with ourselves, this is a makeshift lineup for the Commanders. Give me the Eagles all day.
Eagles all freaking day. And then last but not least, probably the worst game of the freaking day. Both teams eliminated, but division pride never disappears. Kansas City looks to finish strong, while Vegas wants to play spoiler and really evaluate the future. I mean, I don't know if they'll still get the number 1 overall pick. I haven't looked at the records or anything, but I get it. Nothing free in the AFC West. But it comes down, let's say the Raiders. But I will say this. I would love to see my team win to end off the year. I don't think it's going to happen. Obviously, I'm still picking them, but let's see. Who you got?
So this game actually has some significance, but not in the playoffs. If the Raiders lose, they clinch the number 1 overall pick. But if they win, which wouldn't be surprising, then the number 1 pick is open to the likes of the Jets, maybe the Giants, so on and so forth. That being said, even though the Chiefs are basically starting a 3rd stringer, I'll gladly take the Chiefs. Look, as much as I'd love to see the Raiders mess up their draft capital and just find a way to whiff at the number 1 pick, there's no way the Raiders are worse than, there's no way the Chiefs are worse than the Raiders. And that's no disrespect to your Raiders. It's just that the Raiders literally are a clown car. They've lost 9 in a row, and they've found a way to. I mean, they're starting to kind of be better, but they've shut down Max Crosby. They've shut down Brock Bowers. Those are kind of your two cornerstone pieces. So give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, obviously I know the Chiefs are going to win. I'm still taking my team, but I know they're going to win. And realistically, yeah, I mean, let's see. Maybe this will be the first time. I mean, I do like Pete Carroll. So, let's just see. Maybe this will work out. I don't know. Maybe we'll get a good first rounder and be a little bit better next year. We'll see. But as of right now, it's frustrating. And, what do you say? So, all right, that will do it for all of those games. But there was one more present under the tree, if you will. And we already talked about a crazy one, man. We did. We already talked about this. I really think they did save the best for last. I'm glad they flexed. This was the game. Because it could have been Panthers too. But I think this was the better game than Panthers-Bucks, even though they're both in the bubble. Win and you're in. Lose and you're, I guess, likely out. Because I think
you're
there still
out.
is.
This
Okay.
is win and you're in, lose and you're out.
Okay, yeah, because I felt like some of the scenarios kind of are weird, but yeah, so lose and it's over. All right, so Baltimore and Pittsburgh collide in a classic AFC North elimination game. This has everything written on it, man. This is the final spot hanging in the balance. Ravens, Steelers, last Sunday Night Football of the year, playoffs. The whole entire season hangs here in the balance. Who are you taking?
So, yeah, this one's pretty simple. Win and you're in. If for some weird reason the Steelers and Ravens tie, then the Steelers would be in. Man, Steelers had a great opportunity to win last week, but they didn't. I'll also just make note that Steelers are also getting TJ Watt back. Lamar Jackson is playing for the Ravens. If John Harbaugh can actually utilize Derrick Henry's potential and just feed the rock to him, you already know that the Ravens will win. So I'm going to pick the Ravens just because of that. I think John Harbaugh actually knows to run the ball with Henry, utilize his potential, utilize him as a weapon. So just do it. Give me Ravens.
Ravens all day. I can't see them losing this thing, and that is all she wrote. So what a freaking Week 18 we have in front of us. I really hope that these games all pan out. I would love to see some upsets. I would love to see all kinds of fun stuff happen here, but we shall see. With that said, Teran, we're cueing the music because we're out of here today, man. But we will be back Monday. No rush. Could be in the mid-morning, depending. Teran and I will figure out a time. But Monday morning / afternoon already for you East Coasters. Look forward to jump back on there. We will recap a crazy Week 18. And, of course, hopefully a really good Stag Bowl and preview the FCS National Championship game. Probably have a small show on Tuesday just to recap that game, the FCS Championship. But I know it's going to be some fun stuff. I'm looking forward to these games, and let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes with this Week 18 stuff going on, man. So, other than that, Teran and I will we'll not only recap the FCS, but we will preview the college football playoff semifinals coming on up. Those are ending. We got the All-American, the Under Armour All-American Bowl coming up next weekend for the high schoolers. So Teran and I will be talking about those and more commits and recruits and all that good stuff. And then, of course, it'll be playoffs from here on out. Super Bowl, we're going to have ourselves some fun on Super Bowl Sunday. We're just going to do it, man. It's going to be a really, really good time. So, Teran, any last thoughts, comments, anything for today's show?
We have reached the pinnacle of the regular season in terms of the NFL season, and soon the entire football season altogether. It feels like this football season just went by so quickly, not just from the NFL level, but from the college level as well.
Yeah, no, same here. 100% agree. This has been nuts. But hey, again, if you've been under a rock, congratulations to all of our champions this year. in high school again. Congratulations to Buford, first ever national championship, Max Preps national champs. Buford out of Georgia. The 3C2A San Mateo getting it done this year. What a year for those guys, the San Mateo Bulldogs up in Northern California. The NJCAA, congratulations to Iowa Western again, just making it happen. Again, these are all, we cover these every, if you're just tuning in for the first time, man, we cover all of this stuff all throughout the season. Every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern. So hopefully you'll join us next year. Division 3, Stag Bowl tomorrow, National Championship, North Central taking on River Falls, Wisconsin River Falls. Congratulations to Ferris State. Yeah, that Ferris State that you've been hearing a lot about with Mr. Chambliss as quarterback. A couple of years, well, last year they won it all with him. They did it again this year without him, and Chambliss is on to the good old Ole Miss. Congratulations to Grandview again, winning the NAI National Championship. FCS Championship coming up on Monday, and of course FBS semifinals ready and set. NFL craziness, Week 18 for Teran Rodriguez. For me, your boy Larry B. We will see you Monday to preview the FCS National Championship and recap all this craziness. Until then, take care, and as always, God bless.
Peace.
Peace.